How you doing, Mr. Benjamin? My name is Chris Tardo. I'm here to insert a Foley Catheter. Can I get you to go ahead and verify your name and date of birth for me? All right. Thank you. And do you have any allergies? Latex, betadine, iodine, anything of that sort? All right. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do with this procedure is I'm going to clean your perineal area just with some soap and water. Just make sure you're nice and clean before we start the procedure. To do so, we'll have to pull your sheet down a little bit. Washing you. I'm going to clean first from the head of the penis down the shaft in a circular motion. Now I'm going to dry Mr. Benjamin. Now that Mr. Benjamin has been cleaned, we can take our catheter out of its sterile packaging. We will use the bag as a temporary trash can for whatever items we need to discard during the procedure. I'm replacing my clean gloves with sterile gloves. Alright, I have clean gloves in the packaging because my sterile gloves are ruined now. But just for the purpose of the simulation in the video, we're going to put them on just like we would with sterile gloves. Alright. To create our sterile field, we're going to place this drape over over our patient. Okay, I'm going to remove the tray and place it on the sterile drape. The first thing I'll do here is empty the iodine solution into the container so I can use the forceps to pick up the cotton balls. Soak the cotton balls in the iodine and then sterilize the penis from the head down to the shaft. Drop the cotton ball in the disposal bag and repeat the procedure with another cotton ball. Now that I have taken my left hand out of the sterile field and contaminated it, I will not re-enter it into our sterile field. What I will do from here is take the lubrication gel and insert it into our patient's urethra. After I've inserted the lubrication gel, I will begin inserting the catheter. And the catheter will be inserted, well, Mr. Benjamin, if you would bear down and take deep breaths while I insert it, it will help it go down a little bit easier. And we're going to insert the catheter until the forking of the tube. If I encounter any resistance, I will slowly rotate the catheter and proceed entering it into the urethra. Now that I've reached the forking, I'm going to insert some water into the balloon of the catheter. It is 10 milliliters of water. Because it's a 10 milliliter balloon, with the syringe still compressed, I'm going to remove it. And gently tug on the catheter to ensure that the balloon is in fact in the bladder, which it is. So from here, I would secure the catheter to the patient's abdomen with some tape or with a strap. However, there is none in here, and it's a little bit hard on these mannequins. Now, I'm going to hang the collection bag from the patient's bedside, and not on their rails, but on the patient's actual bed. Like so. And lastly, I'm going to clean the iodine residue off of the patient with some soap and water again. And dry the patient. All right. Now I'm going to remove my sterile gloves. And I will come back later to collect a specimen. All right. To collect the specimen, I'm going to wash my hands and don some more clean gloves. In order to collect the specimen, I'm going to take the specimen collection cup, come down to the side of the bed where the collection bag is hanging, unclip the tubing, hold it in the cup, and then release. Once I get enough in the collection tube or in the collection cup, I'm going to reclamp the tubing and place it back, or seal it back to the bag. Alright, I'm going to remove clean gloves. Come back in a few days and we will remove Mr. Benjamin's catheter. Hello, Mr. Mr. Benjamin. How are you doing today? We're actually here today to remove your catheter. How have you been feeling? Have you had any discomfort with it or anything? Alright, good. Well, I bet you're glad to get it out. Put some more clean gloves on. I'm going to grab this collection cup and empty the bag with all the urine in it. Now that the bag is emptied, we can remove the catheter from Mr. Benjamin. We're going to remove the catheter. First, we have to deflate the balloon by removing all the water that we previously inserted into it. All right. Now that the water has been removed, Mr. Benjamin, can I get you to take some slow, deep breaths for me while I remove this? All right. Now that the catheter is removed, we're going to put it in the box and discard of it. We're going to take our syringes and discard them in the sharps container and throw everything else away in their receptacles.